Hello everyone, my name is Steve. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I realize this has been outdated for quite some time and that VBA is not the standard development language these days, but I wanted to share a vision I had created actually last year in Visual Basic Applications. And just more recently I've been more inspired to want to come back to it again, even though the dream never left the ground. So let me kind of introduce you to what I have going on here. You may have seen another project I've done on this channel, which was actually the Focus project, which is one I had completed while I was still an associate at Bank of America. This one is used by a different company, of which I will not put the name out there right now, but I wanted you to see the vision I had. And this is a project I used on a daily basis in my role. And you may have guessed by looking at it already, but I do work in a call center. So I wanted to show you kind of a little bit of an insight of what this thing is all about. Before we go there, I wanted to mention that I brought this vision to Revelation earlier last year before the company, and they never grabbed onto it because many people were just not into the style, I guess you could say, of really understanding what it was all about. Even though I had done an hour presentation with them to display it, to demonstrate the potential of what it's all about, because like I said, I still use it to this day in my role. So I work and I just take calls in the center. Like I said, we'll leave it there. It's an internet call center. And what this does is it's a lookup tool. So what it does is it looks up anything you see in this window right here. It'll look up everything by a search category. I delimited it to 4 characters so it can find things a little bit faster. And it uses an Access database, which is not, the standard. Fortunately, I'm not a developer in my role, so I don't have access to a SQL server where I can do it there at work. So I had to use the tools I had available, and the rest is history. But anyways, it does pull from a database, which is right here. And this is all the code and everything I put into it, or the fields that pulls information based on my search criteria. And it's a little bit more complex to explain right here, because you'll notice there's nothing here that's looking for those character searches, but it actually works by searching through these. And these are actually embedded inside of a function deep inside the heart of the program. So let me just kind of show you some of the things with it. So if I wanted to, for example, to close an account, somebody called in to close an account, you just type in close, and you notice instantly it's quickly searched and navigated through this window. You notice it was originally up here, but as soon as you type off the last letter, so it won't do anything until you get to the last letter. Once you hit the last letter, that's when you see it go into play. So it works by anything only found in this database. So anything I type in here, it'll search. Now there's another thing I haven't showed you. It's also doing multiple searches at the same time. So if I go over here to this little item, which I oddly named diverse items, you'll see it's picked up everything here by the name of online by using what's called a wildcard search in SQL code I have embedded deep in the heart of the program. So if I click on these also, watch this magic. It'll instantly move around in the window, scrolling to the appropriate place where that section is found. Now, what is this all about? I've showed in the Focus example what this is about, but this is FastNote. And if I click over here and I type this, and I have notice that as soon as I click on it, it unchecks and unchecks the green mark. You'll see there, kind of just tags it in. And up here, this is using what's called accessing a tool that we have inside the company, which I can't give out internal company information, but it's basically a tool that we use to pull information from a database where we can find information to educate customers by. So this is a code that's using to find the information. So once it finds that, and this helps me in my role to really know which document I'm looking for, I click on this button down here, display notes. and instantly you'll see notes appearing over here. Now the trick is, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up my little notepad, which I have embedded in here. So I pulled up Notepad there, and if I go over here and I hit Control V for paste, or if you want to just go up here for those who are menu savvy, and edit and paste will do the same thing. So what this did is it just took all this text up in this window right here and embedded it to the section that says AH call CI, which is account holder called in. So basically the account holder called in. You also can change it from the account holder by going up here and then type in the name. It'll switch it out instantly. So here it'll replace the account holder with Lucy instead. Or if you want to just change it to third party, the third party, it'll instantly modify the code. So those are some old tricks I've done already. That's just basically concatenation and figuring out what field is doing what. But the biggest part of this program that I worked the hardest on was the search algorithm. And like I said, I'm going to kind of maybe take it a little bit inside. I don't want this video to be too long. Maybe I'll share more videos with this to explain a little bit more about the in-depth and what I like to say the intellect of the program is really doing. So another things is you can change the colors here. You may notice I had a blue there. If I go here and I just hit green, it's going to instantly pick up the RGB of the red, green, blue corresponding to whatever I click on basically. So if I just want whatever color I want, it's just going to, you know, swap it out. So I prefer the blue. So that's just some of the other things. It's also got a built-in browser over here. It's probably not going to work right now because I don't have all the references clicked on it, but let me just test it anyway, see if it does. We'll just type in Yahoo, see if it works or not. It may or may not. I think I have the references disabled right now, so yeah, actually it is going to work. Okay, so it works. It's a web browser. This is already tools that's built directly into Microsoft Visual Basic Applications, so you can instantly play with those tools once you learn them. And it just works like the regular. You can scan through pages, and so if I click on stuff here like this, I was going to log me in my mail or not, we'll see. Okay, probably not. Okay, yeah. So if I go and click this button, it's a back button, so it should take me back. Or not. Well, there it goes. So that's my browser. I've got other things in here too, like the calculator, which just pulls up the calculator, and just different things that is already built into Windows. This is already stuff designed by Microsoft. And like I said, the biggest part is what it really does down here. And it's also doing things down here too. This is just another window I created for, I think this might not have anything to do with the actual part. Let me see here. No, this one I never finished to completion. I kind of stopped on it because basically the people were not tech savvy, or they were not familiar with this kind of technology, so many people stopped using it. I did have most of my team using it for one time though. Now it also does something else interesting, which I'll flip over here to this category. It's called reports. It basically is picking up reports. These are past reports built into a database already that it's searching for. So right here, it's actually, you can go in this window here, I think this is right, and you can type in something here and it should find it. Might take it a second. It's a little bit slow. It's not an exe file or anything, or compiled file. Object doesn't think about compiles to object code. Microsoft never really finished it, so it may or may not work. I don't know what happened here. Let me see. Can't figure out what happened here. Let me get this up here. I should probably cleared it. It probably embedded it to the end. Let me just clear this and try it again. Oh, need to type in something. Whoops. I think I just froze it. It's going to pull up the whole report. Whenever you just click View Call Report, there's nothing here. It's just doing a complete select to the database. Okay, so now I can go back in here and type in something. Let's just type in phone. See if that's in there. See if that works. Keep in mind I haven't played with this program in the longest time, so we'll see if what it's doing here. It may have worked or it may not, I don't know. Let me go down here, see what happened. Yeah, it's been so long. I may have forgotten how to use it even, so let's see, search feature, maybe if I click on that. Let's try that. Database is off, no. So I guess I had it just pre-programmed to work at work and everything. Here's a tech report I did when we were tracking problems at work. This one's probably going to take a while too. What it's doing, there it is, it actually just picked up my tech report. You'll see some problems in here that people were called in. And the dates and everything is labeled in here, so all that's built in. This is basically going into this database right here. I think it's the error reporting one. Right here, and it's pulling information from these fields right here. This is where it's getting all the information. I think it's from this one. It's been so long since I've played with this thing. Maybe it's in here. You see, I put a lot of time and invested a lot of time in it. These are where all the calls are being saved. But anyways, point aside, I just wanted to show that to you. I guess I'll shorten this video for now because it's kind of long, and maybe I'll make another video going into the code. But I wanted to at least show you guys where I believe my vision could come back to. And this also searches things. If you click and stuff here, it'll add stuff to the file just like the original one did. So if I put like 7 to 8 days of credit to post or whatever, it'll pick up whatever I put in these fields and it'll embed it to the notes just like the original Focus did from the Bank of America application. And you can go in here, you can add stuff here and just click on that and it'll add to the file basically. I can't show you all this set of stuff here because I don't have a lot of this stuff makes it work from the workplace, but this is actually reads an actual password if you sign in or sign into the intranet at the company that I work for. If you click on these buttons, it'll move it around just by swiping the windows to where it needs to go. This I didn't really do anything with. I was going to use this to kind of figure out where everything is, and like I said, I had to put it on hold because people weren't using it. It also, somewhere here has an entire tutorial. I'd hate to go much further because I think I'm probably going to cut out my audio here very soon. Audio seems to want to fail pretty quickly. Let's go to this one, see what this is. Yeah, here's the tutorial for it right here. And it's massive, so it goes all the way through here. Like I said, I'm kind of flipping through this quickly because I don't want to give out company information, so but that's it right there. And this is some of the older versions I had. This is actually an older version where I had a display window, and I removed all that and kind of, you know, cleaned it up a little bit. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to show you for now. I'm going to go ahead and complete this video. And please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more. I don't know how soon I'll get videos back on this channel, but we'll just kind of play by ear. And thanks guys for watching.